Hello, beautiful. Welcome to Pulse. I'm Deanna, and I'm so happy that you're here. If it is your very first time, please take a quick pause, watch the Intro to Pulse video that I have linked in the description below this one, and then come on back and let's go. I'm wishing you all a beautiful practice. All right, let's begin seated long ways in the center of our mat. You could be cross-legged or any other way that's comfortable for you. You could have your seat up on blocks or any other prop. And bring your hands onto your legs with your palms facing down, just connecting into your body. And close your eyes down. Sit up with a really tall spine, relaxed shoulders, and the crown of the head reaching into the sky. Bring a hand onto the belly and a hand onto the heart. And direct your breath all the way down into the hand on the belly as you breathe in. And relax as you breathe out. And I'm going to ask you a question in a second here, and I want you to just notice the first thought that pops up. And if you feel any sensation anywhere in your body. All right, here it is. Have you always been a good friend to your body? I can't always say that I have. And so with that awareness, can you set an intention here with your hand on your heart, feeling into your heart, to move today in a way that honors your body? Move with love, move with compassion. Listen to your body. Right? Any healthy relationship has good communication. So listen to sensation, listen to emotion, listen to your breath. Let them guide you. If you haven't already begun with Ujjayi Pranayam, go on and ignite that here. Audible breath. Long and strong in and out breath. And then bring your fingers onto the floor alongside the hips. Walk your hands away from the body so the arms straighten. And then with just your finger pads on the mat, anchor your arms and your hands downward towards the floor so that your shoulders stay right over your hips. And as you inhale, exhale, tip your right ear towards your right shoulder. Might feel good to walk your left fingers away a little bit and really isolate the stretch in the neck, feeling both sides of the waist even. Inhale back to center. Exhale other way. Notice if you can relax your jaw here and soften your face. With an inhale, come back to center. And on an exhale, tuck your chin into your chest, lifting your sternum, your breastbone up towards your chin. And then with an in-breath, lift your chin into the sky. Soften through the throat and the neck. Not necessarily dumping the head back, but just working on drawing the chin upwards. And from here, flip your palms up. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, gathering the energy around you, sealing it in prayer above the head, and as you exhale, drawing it into the heart. And then some Sufi circles. Circling the shoulders around the hips, rocking the weight forward to the side and back and to the side, and just kind of playing around with the weight and what places on your seat and your feet and your legs you can feel on the mat as you move, and then take it the other way. However slow you need to go, any size circle that feels good for you. And then gently make your way back into the center and into a forward fold. So you could cross over your ankles, you could swing your legs to one side. I'm going to bring my legs out in front and help myself up. Hips over the heels, feet hips width distance. And again, tent your fingers and start to crawl them forward now. As you press your hips back, knees are bent as much as you need. Soften into the toes. And make sure the back of the neck is free so the ears are between the biceps. Maybe walk forward just a little bit more, find that extra space through the spine. And on an exhale, ragdoll your arms, let your torso hang, bend your knees, and breathing in, slowly roll up. You could take your hands onto the thighs if that helps you to come upright. Once you arrive at the top, turn your right toes out and tap your toes behind you. Sweep the arms up overhead, and for a moment here, just get really tall and long. And with your exhale, release your hands down through the center and switch to the other side. Light on the back toes, reaching up through the fingertips. This time, cross in the front, take it to the other side. Maybe your back arm goes parallel to the floor, so the front of the body has this beautiful long diagonal line. And then cross in the front and take it the other way. And kind of get this in your memory. We're going to come back to this later. This time, as you come to the center, open up into a 5-pointed star. Fingers reaching up into the sky. Toes grounding down into the earth. Take a deep breath in. And with the exhale, hip hinge, slide your hands down the backs of your legs and bring your feet to parallel. Hold on to the calves or the ankles or the heels, whatever you've got, as you draw the elbows away from each other and the low ribs towards the thighs. Shake your head out. Make sure your neck is free. Now with an inhale, halfway lift, bring your hands under your shoulders. And as you exhale, crawl to the front of your mat and take downward facing dog. As you arrive in your down dog, plant your hands and your feet down and draw the hips up. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Maybe wiggle around at first, wag your tail, pedal your feet, do whatever your body needs, listening to that sensation. And then, with an exhale, bring your big toes to touch at the back of your mat. Inhale, split your right leg up into the sky as high as it goes, and then bend your knee, squeeze your heel in towards your glute, and start to roll the right hip open on top of the left. Keep the weight even in the hands. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, draw your right knee out to the side, in line with the hip if you can, towards 3 o'clock, let's say. Keep the weight even in the hands. And then drop the knee under the body, hollow out the belly, round the upper back, come onto the ball of the foot, step your foot forward. If it falls short, grab it, place it. Back heel spins flat, warrior one with the in-breath. Settle down on the out-breath, ground into the legs, and either keep your gaze forward or set it up into the sky. Full breath in, and on the exhale, turn your torso to the long edge of the mat, warrior two. Arms parallel to floor. Soft gaze over right fingertips, rolling the front knee to the pinky toe side of the foot, toning into the right hip. From here, flip the palm, stretch forward a bit, and then find reverse warrior. Left arm goes down the back leg. And you're using that as an anchor again so you can keep length through the left side body as you open through the right. Maybe you stretch up and back a little more. Remember that lunge in the front knee. Big deep breath in. Exhale, windmill down. Come into a low lunge, back heel lifts, hands frame front foot. And then downward face your dog. Big toes touch. Pause and notice right side to left and take a couple breaths. And with your next inhale, left leg goes up, knee bends, hip rolls open, right toe soft, both palms pressed, and then draw the knee out towards 9 o'clock this time, like a little fire hydrant pose. And then under the body, hollow it out, step through, heel flat in the back, arms up, inhale, warrior one. Take a couple breaths to settle in here. Don't be afraid to widen out your stance if you need to. And on your next exhale, warrior two. Standing tall through the spine, relaxing the shoulders down, and reaching to the front and the back of the room. Flip the top palm, draw forward slightly, and then reverse warrior. Left arm up and back. Breathe into the left side ribs. Full deep inhale. Exhale, windmill the arms. Take your time with this transition. Find your low lunge. And exhale, downward facing dog. Know that anytime I say downward facing dog, you could rest in any downward facing pose. Tabletop on the hands and knees. Child's pose, sitting back with the hips on the heels, anything that works for you. Connect to your breath again, steady it. Big toes touch. Inhale, right leg high. Up a little higher this time. Bend your knee. Stack your hips, roll open a little bit more if you can. Take the right knee way into the sky. And then out to the side, squeeze into that hip. Release the knee under the body, step through. Back heel flat, warrior one. Depending on your energy, you might stay here, or the next time you inhale, straighten your right leg. And as you exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten without locking your knee. Exhale, bend, knee over heel. One more time, leg straight. And on this exhale, warrior two. Again, depending on your energy, you might stay here settled, or take a little tug to the front of the room, and then a tug to the back of the room, and then your back arm all the way around the clock. And as it comes back, take that little tug to the back, a tug to the front, big front arm circle. As you come forward, flip the palm, find reverse warrior. Maybe this time your left hand goes around the low back in a half bind. From the half bind, draw the left shoulder back. Nice big breath in. Exhale, release the bind, windmill the arms, and step back, down dog, big toes touch. Full breath in and out to feel into the two sides. And with the next inhale, left leg goes up. Up high, bend the knee, roll open, soften the belly. Draw the knee out towards 9 o'clock, strong through the hip, and then under the body, stepping through. Back heel flat. Warrior one, full breath in, settle down on the exhale. Maybe you stay. Or inhale, straighten, draw energy up through the leg. Exhale, ground back down, bend the knee. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last time, straightening if that's where you are. And then all together into warrior two. Maybe you stay. Or take that gentle tug of peace forward. Tug to the back. Right arm all the way around the clock. Mobility in the shoulder, and then that little tug to the back. Tug to the front. Big front arm circle, toning through the sides of the waist. Coming forward, flipping the palm, maybe finding the half bind, reverse warrior. Take it up and back. Right shoulder drawing back. Left arm reaching up. And then exhale. Take it down and step back. Your downward facing pose to rest. Connecting back in with your Ujjayi breath. And let's take that through again. Big toes touch. Inhale, right leg high. Higher, highest. Bend your knee, roll open. You could stay here or let your left forearm come to the floor. A little bit more challenge. If your forearm is down, bring it up. Squeeze the knee out to the side. Drop it under you. Stepping through. Back heel flat. Warrior one on the inhale. Relaxing on the exhale. Option to flow as you breathe in and out. Legs straight and bent knee. Moving at your own pace with your own breath. One more inhale. And on the exhale, warrior two. Gentle tug to the front. And then pull to the back. Back arm all the way around. Slow and steady. Pull back. Pull front. Front arm all the way around. And then right up and back into your reverse warrior. Again, maybe that option to bind the arm. Full inhale. Right arm goes back a little more. Exhale, extended side angle with the elbow on the knee. Keeping the half bind, rolling the left shoulder on top of the right. Lengthen through the left side of the neck. You could stay here or take your top arm up into the sky. Your bottom hand down towards your foot. Maybe it floats, maybe it finds it, maybe there's a block. Maybe your top arm goes overhead. Let's take a breath in. And exhale. Step back, down dog, big toes touch. One breath in and out to feel. And then left leg goes up. Knee bends. Roll open. Maybe drop the right forearm down. If the forearm's down, bring it back up. Knee comes out to the side. And then under you. Step through. Back heel anchors. Warrior one with the in breath. Ground on the out breath. Option to find flow as you inhale. And exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. Another inhale. And warrior two, exhale. Maybe that gentle reach front. Reach back. Right arm all the way around. Take up space. Tug to the back. And to the front. Front arm all the way around. Finding reverse. Maybe that bind. Reaching up and back. Feel the space from the left hip all the way up into the left fingertip. And then find extended side angle. Exhale, elbow to knee. Roll right shoulder back. Lengthen right side of neck. Maybe right arm goes up above the shoulder. Maybe left hand comes down. Maybe top arm goes overhead. One more big, deep inhale. Exhale. Step back. Down dog. And take a couple breaths. Are you, in fact, being a good friend, my friend? Do you need a rest? Are you resisting it? Give yourself permission. Let's take one together. Inhale to your knees. Exhale, release your toes onto the mat and take child's pose. If your forehead doesn't find the floor, you could stack your hands in some way so that your head can rest. A soft smile on your face. Slow, steady breaths. Take this moment of surrender. If you want to stay here a little while longer, you may. Otherwise, start to crawl your fingers forward, lengthening the arms, and then drop your forearms down. Maybe you just come into a forearm tabletop on the hands and the knees. Maybe you find dolphin pose with your big toes touching and your legs in down dog. Maybe you walk your feet back into a dolphin plank, tucking the tail under, squeezing the belly in. Maybe you rock forward to the tiptoes as you breathe in, back onto the heels as you breathe out. Take that any way that feels good for you. Sometimes I like to kind of press into the back a couple times. And if you'd like, you can start to circle your shoulders around your elbows, going one way, and then going the other. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Next time you're in the center, pause there, squeeze your legs strong, and then come into Sphinx pose. Relax your torso down. Keep your arms as they are. Point your toes back. You could keep your legs together or widen your feet towards the corners of your mat and just release. Maybe rock your hips side to side. Feel your belly soft. Begin to draw your elbows back and your heart forward, deepening the stretch into the belly and engaging the muscles all along the spine. If your legs are wide, bring them back together. You could stay here or make your way back into that plank or hold your dolphin or your dolphin table. If you'd like more, spin your heels to the right, stack your left foot over your right, come into side plank. Option to reach the left arm up, maybe float the left leg, maybe take flip dog on the forearm, left toes behind the right knee, left arm up into the sky. One more inhale, and on the exhale, unflip. Take puppy pose, drop your knees under your hips, and crawl your arms forward. Let your heart melt down towards your mat and your forehead come down. If your forehead isn't down, again, maybe there's a block underneath of it. Take some deep belly breaths. Let the work go. And if you did the right side, let's do the left. Start off by sinking your hips back, bringing the forearms down, maybe finding that plank again. Maybe taking it to the side plank, heels to the left. Maybe right arm goes up. Maybe right leg goes up. Maybe your forearm flip dog. Pressing your hips into the sky, reaching the right side of the body long. Another inhale. Exhale, unflip. Pause at the top. Gather your breath. And then let's rest in child's pose. But this time, take your hands back by your feet if you can. Let your shoulders rest on your knees. Breathe into the back of the body. Relax your arms. Maybe a sigh out of the mouth. And then when you're feeling ready, meet me first in tabletop on an inhale, and then downward facing dog on an exhale. Inhale to your tiptoes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Walk or hop your feet to your thumbs. Big toes touch, inhale, halfway up. Maybe your hands are on your shins or blocks. Exhale, fold. Inhale, soft knees, flat back, dive up, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Shift the weight into your right foot. Let your left leg start to come back behind you in a lunge. Your feet are hips width distance, so you're nice and stable. You could keep your hands in prayer or find your arms out in a nice high first position. So there's like a big round circle in your arms. Your elbows are relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed. You could stay here and hold this or tap your back knee and then straighten up. Tap down any height that works for you. Maybe it's just low. Maybe you lightly touch the floor. Try not to crash down. Coming down and up. Stay with your breath. Let's do 2 more. And as you come to the top here, pause. Shift the weight into your right foot. You can either tap your left toes as you airplane your arms or draw your left knee into your chest. And then slowly transition back, arms forward, leg back. And then begin to stand and reach, knee up or toe tap, and take it to the back. Steady your eyes. It's something that's not moving that might help you. Don't be afraid to hold on to something if you need balance. And every time you lift the knee into the chest, see if you can get it up a little bit higher. And as you lift your knee high, keep your heart high. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, knee up. Inhale back. This time as you come up, pause here. Airplane the arms, left knee up. Maybe flex your toes. Maybe reach your arms up. And then maybe leg straight, knee bend. Straighten and bend. Every time you straighten, see if you can get your knee up a little higher. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Airplane your arms, take your leg back, and then find your arms out in front. Open into the center, arms parallel to floor, close to the back. Open and close. You can keep this slow or open, close. Breathe in, breathe out. As you're doing this little rotation, I want you to make sure that it's your hip that's driving the swing of the leg and the swing of the arm. Don't use momentum. Use your awareness to rotate. Inhale, exhale. 1 more time to the front. Last time to the back. Pause here. Parallel your feet. Feet are hips width distance. Arms out in front or hands to prayer or anything else that helps you. You can hold it still or knee tap. Down, and up. Keep your spine nice and tall. Front knee over heel. 4 more. Last 2. Last 1. Bring it to the top, pause. Left foot strong. Either tap right toes or lift right knee, airplane arms. Slowly stepping back, reaching forward. Coming up when you're ready. And back when you're ready. Maybe you only do this a time or 2. Breathing in and breathing out. Every time the knee comes up, think of also lifting through the heart so your shoulders don't round. And let's do that 2 more times. Pause here. Flex your toes. Lift your knee. Maybe lift the arms. You could hold it here or straighten, bend, straighten, and bend. That little squeeze at the top, reaching your toes to the sky. How about 4 more? 3, 2, and 1. Pause here. Find your airplane. Find your lunge as your arms reach forward. And then inhale, center. Exhale, rotate front. Inhale. Exhale. Do you want more? Breathe in, out. In and out. Let your arms just kind of sweep and carve through the air. Beautiful. How about 1 more time to the back? 1 more time to the front. And then meet me in the middle. Hands on the hips. You should have about 2 hips distances between your feet in a second position. Your toes and your knees are facing the same way. Your hands can stay on your hips or they can be down low in front. Plie and straighten. Knees bend, legs straight. Your knees and your toes are going the same way. Want to make sure that your hips are right under your heart. So if you feel your seat going back, kind of like a squat, make sure you keep the spine nice and upright. All the way down, all the way up. 2 more times. And then let's bring it to the bottom and pulse it low, low. You can keep with this little pulse, or we're going to do a triple pulse down, straighten up on 4 to the arms. We'll go 3, 2, 1, come on up, pulse down, 2, 3, stand tall, come down. Good job. Stand up. However low you want to go here. Make it less intense by not coming down so much. More intense by finding your thighs parallel. Come down. 2, 3. How about one more? Hold this shape here. Hold at the top. Find your star again. Stretch out and open. And then step your left toes to the front of your mat, your hands onto your hips. Bring the weight of your body so it's centered between your 2 feet. Come down, up, curtsy, stand. All the way down, all the way up at first. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tiny pulses. If your knee or your ankle are having any conversation with you, don't be afraid to change the point of your toes. Nice. Let's do 4 more. And then we're going to tap our toes out and cross our leg around. Ready? Let's go. Tap out, cross around, hands to prayer. Now the seat goes back, pulse down in your eagle. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open to your arms. Hands to the hips, cross back, curtsy, pulse down. Nice. Keep the heart up. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open and tap. Prayer and cross. Sit low, pulse down, down. Now you can keep that tap to the side or swing your leg around in 3, 2, 1. Swing around, hands to hips, pulse down. Nice. And you can keep that toes on the floor as you cross, or let them hover in 3, 2, 1. Open, cross. Maybe the toes don't touch the floor. Your standing leg has all the weight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open, wrap it around. Hands to hips, pulse down. Again, your hips are right under your heart here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open, cross, pulse down. Maybe the toes float. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time, find your star and take it to the other side. Hands on the hips. You're on the ball of the back foot. Weight is balanced all the way down, all the way up at first. Getting a sense of balance, reconnecting to your breath. 4 more. 3, heart open. 2, and 1. Tiny pulses down at the bottom there. Make it only about an inch or 2 that you're coming up and down if you can. And then get ready to add your toe tap. 3, 2, and 1. Toe tap, cross around, maybe find your prayer and pulse down. Keep the belly up and in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms reach, toe tap. Hands, hips, stand back and pulse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Maybe you take that tap out and just cross around. Find your prayer, pulse down. Squeeze your inner legs together. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it to the back, cross it around, hands to hips, come on down. And this time as we come around to the front, maybe your toes float. 3, 2, and 1. Reach out, cross over, bend the standing leg. Breathe deep. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time around to the back. Make it count. Come down low. Pulse down, down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it around to the front. Maybe float. Pulse down. Nice job. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open up into the center. And then take that curtsy side to side. Try to cross a different arm in the front, if you can, every time you cross here. We're gonna make our way into cardio, y'all. You're gonna breathe deep, and we want that. I don't want you to gasp, though. If you feel like you're losing control of your breath, slow it down without stopping all the way if you can. You could just march in place. You could just do this curtsy, whatever feels good for you. Honor your heart. So you could go faster, open and close. And if you want to, add a little hop from side to side. See if you can get all the way from one side of your mat to the other. Use your arms like wings to help you get a little bit of air time. If you're hopping, land and leave lightly. Try not to thud. Keep your toes, your ankles, and your feet happy. Breathing in, breathing out. Take it to the front. Take it to the back. Stop at the back. Hands on the hips. Take 4 steps to the front, and then 4 steps to the back. And this could be it. This could be where you go. Try again to use your whole mat if you can. My legs are long. It's easy. And you can keep that. Or as you come to the back, tap your toes out in that diagonal line and tap your back toes behind you. You can keep that or start to lift your back leg and do a little squeeze in the seat. As you do this, keep your toes pointed down, your hip pointed down. Nice. All right, this could be it. If you want to bring your hands in, they're going to come out, around, and out. Right? Maybe the elbows are bent. Maybe the arms go straight. And remember, we did this as we were warming up. So your hands could be parallel, or one arm can go up, and the other can go out parallel to the floor. And then if you want more, add a little hop in the center. If you want more, add a hop in your arabesque. So in barre, in ballet, we call this a sauté. It looks like the word sauté. It feels like it too, right? So you're gonna get hot, and that's okay. But again, you're in control. Hear me, I'm breathing deep. I'm gonna take it down so I can talk to you. I'm here with you through it. Do what you can. It's okay to take care of your body. Breathe in and out. Feel your way through. Just a couple more. Wherever you are, whatever you got. Take it to the back. Take it to the front. And then just do that little march. Front to back. If you're still feeling feisty, you could be hopping. Otherwise, letting your energy come down now. Deepening your breath. You feel this in your hips. I know I do. Take it to the back again. Take it to the front, and this time stand at the front of your mat. Feet hips width for balance. Big toes touch if you want a little more challenge. One hand over the heart, the other hand over that one. Close your eyes. Really connect in to your beautiful beating heart. Feel the energy of your body. Does your skin feel hot? Or are you sweating? And the connection of the air and that moisture makes your skin feel cool. How do your muscles feel? Deepen your breath. Let your heart rate slow down. Feel your breath and your heart come together and work together to send all of this oxygenated blood all through your body. Take a couple more deep breaths, or even more if you need more than that. And then come into Samasthiti. Release your hands down, palms out, pinkies forward, thumbs back. Squeeze the shoulders together on the back as you take the arms up into the sky. And then dive down to the earth. Drop your head at the bottom. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, one hip onto the floor as you lie back onto your back, maybe scooting around so you're centered on your mat. And as you lie down, hug your knees into your chest. Wiggle your hands under your hips, creating a little prop for your torso, and sending your legs into the sky for legs up the wall. Through the whole of this next exercise, make sure you feel your low back on the mat the whole time. Take a breath in. Exhale out. Inhale, lower your heels 1/3 of the way, whatever that is for you. Exhale there. Inhale, lower 2/3 of the way. Exhale there. Inhale, lower to your lowest. Maybe curl your chin up into your chest and pulse your heels up and down. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. If your head is up on an inhale, drop it down. And then with the exhale, draw the legs back up. Take a couple breaths there. Feel your low back pressing down. And then find first position in the feet. So a small V shape, the toes open away from each other, heels touch. Flex your toes towards your shins, reach through your heels. Inhale, lower 1/3. Exhale. Inhale, lower 2/3. Exhale. Inhale, lower to your lowest, maybe curl your head up and pulse. Pulse. Every time the heels come down, sharp exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, head down. Exhale, legs up. Take a pause there, reset. Soften your throat, soften your shoulders, soften your jaw. And then we're going to reverse that. Take your heels out and your toes together. Inhale, lower 1/3. Exhale. Inhale, lower 2/3. Exhale. Inhale, lower to your lowest. Maybe lift your head and do those pulses. Nice job. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Head down. Inhale, legs up. Exhale, knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug, a real one. Like you were hugging your best friend or your favorite pet or anyone that you love. But then, sending all that love into yourself. And release your left foot onto the floor, knee bent. Right ankle crosses over left knee. Foot is flexed, so the ankle's straight. Right hand guides the right knee away from the body. Depending on how this feels in your hip, you could either walk your left heel further away from your body or closer in, or you could draw the left knee in towards the chest, maybe interlace your hands at the back of the thigh or the front of the shin, wherever you can keep your shoulders relaxed, your neck soft. And continuing that action of the right knee drawing away as the left knee is coming in. Slow, steady breaths. Deeply into and out of the belly. And maybe you stay here. Or to go deeper, find shoelace. Cross the right knee over the left. Release your arms to do so. You could just take your hands onto the opposite knee and wind up the legs. Or you could draw your heels over your hips as you slide your hands down the outer leg, maybe catching the opposite pinky toe side of the foot. Drawing your spine long on the mat. Stay here just a little while longer, enjoying the breath, enjoying the support of the floor. And as we set up for a twist, I'm going to offer you a couple of options. So let's all anchor our arms, elbows at 90 degrees or arms to a T. Depending on your low back, you could start to twist with your knees floating, or first let your left foot find the floor, and then drop your knees over to the left, head over to the right. Knees only dropping so far that the right shoulder stays down. If you feel any tingling in your fingers as we stay and breathe, then back out a little bit. That's a messenger from your body. You're over twisting into something. Deep belly breaths. A few breaths more here. And on an exhale, lie in a fetal position on the left. So unwind the legs, bring the right arm over. If your head doesn't comfortably reach the floor, you could take your arm under your head, or again, if you have a block or a prop and that helps you feel more supported. Your knees can be tucked into your chest or a little bit further away. Take a few breaths here and just let your spine neutralize. Stretch into the right side of the neck. And with your next exhale, roll back into the back and gently bring your knees into your chest without tugging them in this time. Just feeling the spine get nice and long again. And then with an inhale, dropping the sole of the right foot down and then crossing left ankle over right knee. Foot flexed. Left hand presses left knee away. And then whatever you did on the other side, balance it out here, knowing that your two sides are going to feel different. And just befriending both sides. They're both perfect. If this side's a little tighter, maybe just breathe a little bit deeper. Stay here or deepen, crossing left knee over right as if you were eagling your legs and either guiding the knees apart or grabbing the outer leg or outer foot. Working the legs away from each other in the direction that they're going. Feel all of the places of your back that are on the mat. Does your back feel even on your mat? Can you even it out? Deep, deep breaths here. Nervous system in a place of rest and repair and restore and rejuvenate. And then when you're ready, set up for your twist, anchoring your arms. Maybe the sole of the right foot comes down first, and then tipping onto the right hip, drawing the left knee over to the right. Rolling the gaze over to the left with the eyes open or closed. Couple more breaths. And then on an exhale, find your fetal position on the right. Really accentuating that belly breath here. Left shoulder relaxed. Left side of neck long and free. And then with an exhale, come back onto your back, setting up for legs up the wall. Again, your hands can kind of create a cradle for your hips as your heels reach up into the sky. And you could stay here in this beautiful inversion. If you have a block, you could slide it under your hips. If you have shoulder stand in your practice, maybe your hips come above your heart, your heels above your hips, your hands can be at your low back, supporting your back. Maybe you hold your shoulder stand, maybe you start to explore plow pose, bringing your feet over your head towards the floor. Maybe the arms find the floor. So if you're exploring in these poses, and you're a visual learner, make sure that you're not turning your head once your hips are up. From plow, option to cover the knees, on the ears, whatever feels good for you, yogi's choice. A few more breaths. If you need a counter pose, taking it. And then very slowly, let's all meet back together in legs up the wall, arms alongside the body. Bend your knees, let your feet find the floor. Knees bent. And we'll move into fish, pressing into the elbows, lifting the heart up, arching your back away from the mat, and bringing the weight onto the crown of the head if you can. So we're just letting our spine move in the other direction. If we were shoulder standing, you could also do this with a block, between the shoulder blades, down at its lowest height, so it's nice and supportive. Couple more breaths. You could do anything with your legs or your arms that feels good for you. And then to come out, press into the elbows, lift the back of the head up just enough that you can slide it long on the mat. Take your feet wide, knees together, hands on the belly, and then very gently just turn your head from side to side. Releasing into the neck, softening all of the muscles in the face, the lips, the eyelids. You could stay here as you come into stillness and rest. You could send the legs long, bring the arms alongside the body. You could take any other shape where you can just be still for a moment and let your body soak in all of the goodness of our practice. Take a deep breath in and an open mouth sigh. And then watch your breath come in and out on its own. Beautiful intelligence within the body, doing what it knows how to do as you rest. And then asking your body if it needs more time in stillness, you can pause here. Otherwise, bring your awareness back into your heart and begin to breathe in and out a little bit more deeply. And gently wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe wiggle the jaw. And any other movements that help you to reawaken here. And if you'd like a full body stretch, inhale, arms overhead, arching through the back again, letting the belly get nice and wide open and stretched. And then closing the belly as you draw one knee at a time into the chest and give yourself a really big hug. And tipping over onto either side and pressing up into a comfortable seat. So we've come full circle now in our practice. Bring your hands back into your heart space. And notice if your body feels different here. set an intention, if it resonates with you, to continue to be your body's best friend. As you move through your day, as you make choices, do them with love and grace. Draw your thumb knuckles to your forehead center as you honor the beautiful light within you. And as we exhale, let's take a bow to each other, seeing that light in each other. Together we say, Namaste. Coming upright, releasing your hands down, opening your eyes, come all the way back into the room where you are. So I hope that the practice was really good for you today. Come back and practice as many times as you want to. Get this in your body, get your muscle memory going, and just continue to take care of yourself. I'm wishing you a beautiful rest of the day, and I hope to see you again for Pulse very soon.